My name is Frank Kelly. I'm the board chair for the Capital Region Minority Supply Development Council, and it's my privilege and pleasure on behalf of the board of directors to welcome each of you here today to Pitchmania. We are very pleased to be able to welcome those of you that have been with us for a long time now, as well as those who are new to the council. Before we get started, I want to express my sincere appreciation to all of you who generously helped us make this event come together to become a success. My thanks goes out to Kevin, Mercedita, Renee, Julie, Earl, Shakira, Allison, Gina, all the corporate members and staff, Lottie Dottie, and everybody. But especially I want to send a shout out to our MBEs. You are all winners today and every day you get up. You are connecting. You see, you are connecting as we are right now, and it's more important than ever. And as a council, we understand, perhaps more than most MBE advocacy organizations, because our mission is to provide a direct link between corporate America and ethnic minority-owned businesses for the purposes of increasing procurement opportunities and making supply chains more diverse and innovative. The Capital Region Minority Supply Development Council connects MBEs and corporate. Without the connection, nothing works. As an affiliate of the National Minority Supply Development Council, 14,000 corporations and 13 certified MBEs strong, we recognize these connections as being integral to our MBEs development and in helping our corporate members meet the strategic needs, especially though during these times of crisis. This is one of those most important times. Vaccines are going into people's arms now, restrictions are being lifted, and we're slowly beginning to meet right now face to face, to shake a colleague's hand, to give a friend and a loved one a hug. But we must continue to follow the CDC guidelines as we implement reentry plans, taking into account the well-being of those that we care about most. Let me say that I see the Capital Region Minority Supply Development Council as my family. Our board, staff, the MBDA team, corporate members, MBEs, and partners. When someone in our family hurts, we run to help. Whether in person or not, we are here for family members to listen, to join with, and to say we care about you. I pause and I ask you to keep our president and CEO, Sherman and her family in your prayers, who lost her beloved husband, Reginald Pender. We are an exceptionally talented team, but we are not perfect. All of us, the board, the staff, MBDA Center, corporate members, and MBE, we provide our corporate members with the best of the best certified, qualified MBEs in the region, connecting MBEs and corporate members through initiatives such as our Golf Classic, Leaders and Legends Award Ceremony, the Ultimate Business Makeover, Get on the Plane, the Exelon Foundation Program, and there's more. We are a very talented family, but like every family and everyone, we're not perfect. We so desperately need each of you to survive and strive. Yes, we are here for family, our MBEs, who have historically not been given the respect, opportunities for advancement, or recognition they deserve. We are here for our corporations who are committed and continue to show up virtually and in person to make a contribution to support our MBEs by continuing to support the work of the MBEICs, including but not limited to the MBEIC meet and greets, their training sessions on MS Teams, the CEO Business Roundtable, food giveaway, and of course, Pitchmania. That's right, as you can see, together we are a talented and connected family. Madam C.J. Walker, a Black female entrepreneur, a philanthropist and activist, and the first female self-made millionaire in America said, don't sit down and wait for the opportunity to come. Get up and make them. And that's exactly what CRMSDC does. It makes opportunities for our MBEs, our companies, our communities, and for our company to work together and to work better. We are a strong family. So thank you and welcome this morning. And that being said, it is my great pleasure for me to introduce our title sponsor for the Capital Region Minority Supply Development Counsel Pitchmania. She's not only my colleague in the industry, but she's also my friend. Her unwavering support of CRMSDC is unparalleled. She sits on the board of directors, is a member of the nominating committee, a member of the events committee, and I could go on and on. She is a decisive executive in the areas of diversity, equity and inclusion, corporate social responsibility, corporate governance, negotiations, shared value development, audience engagement, strategic partnering, stakeholders relationship, contracting, supply diversity, public policies, and operations. Her career spans 20 years in the corporate, public, and nonprofit sectors. Today's event wouldn't be as seamless as it is without her support and guidance. If you haven't already guessed it, I'm honored to turn the stage over now to my colleague and dear friend, Kimberly Marcus, Director of Supply Diversity for AARP. Good morning, Kim.
Good morning, and thank you, Frank. That was so very kind of you, my friend. AARP is happy to be the title sponsor for Capital Region's Minority Supplier Development Council's Pitchmania Virtual Edition. It might be virtual, but this pitch means business. At AARP, our supplier diversity program is directly linked to our mission and why we exist. AARP not only works with diverse suppliers, we serve them by helping them grow their businesses and promote them in the marketplace. To achieve AARP's mission as an organization, it relies on its supply partners for needed goods and services. AARP's strong and visible financial and physical support of leading diversity organizations is important not only to demonstrate our commitment to diversity, but also to help fund organizations who develop diverse suppliers that AARP can one day leverage in the marketplace. Sponsoring and attending such events as this with the Capital Region Minority Supplier Development Council, it allows AARP to reach the broadest group of diverse businesses. Capital Region's Minority Supplier Development Council's Pitchmania offers certified MBEs a unique opportunity to practice and hone their pitch while also providing access for a broader group of MBEs to corporate members. Unlike other pitch competitions, the focus of this pitch competition is to provide custom input, training, and specific counsel that businesses can immediately put into practice. This Pitchmania is geared for those businesses who mean business and to help more MBEs win business. Today, 6 finalists have advanced to the final round. They stood out because of their presentation skills, strong value proposition, and credibility during a 1-minute video pitch. They are now competing for the top 2 prizes, a first place prize of $1,500 and a second place prize of $1,000. Beyond cash prizes, these finalists will receive an exposure at other upcoming Capital Region Minority Supplier Development Council events, which hopefully will translate into more business. Good luck to our finalists, and thank you all for coming to cheer them on today. I will now turn it over to Kevin Williams, our MBEIC chair, who needs no introduction and who will be our MC for today. Kevin?
Well, good morning, Kimberly. Thank you so much for that fantastic introduction and outlining the program for today. Folks, we are excited about a wonderful event that we've been working on to improve the engagement of how we can impact and engage our MBEs and share information with anybody who will listen to our stories about who we are, what we do, and how we do it. So I want to say good morning to each and every one of you who are logging in for Pitchmania Virtual Edition 2021. I want to take a moment to say thank you for the hard work of the committee who's been working for a while now to pull this program together, and the hard work of the team that has done, I think, an amazing job. But I'm going to follow this agenda that we've got here. We've got an amazing lineup of individuals today, and we will move to thank our sponsors. Our sponsors for today are AARP, our title sponsor for Pitchmania. They are Capital One. Thank you so much, AARP and Capital One, and Caesars Entertainment and Horseshoe, all hard-working companies dedicated to supplier diversity. We are very fortunate to have Kimberly and Shakira and Allison working very hard in the forefront, and in the background supporting all facets of supplier diversity. And we quite frankly couldn't do what we do to the degree that we are able to do it without sponsors like these guys. So hats off to these sponsors for their contributions, for everything that they do for the council and for our MBEs. We want to thank our pitch coach, JDC Events. I got to tell you, it was one of the first things that occurred when we announced our Pitchmania was to have a session for coaching. And we're just so grateful for JDC Events and the time and the effort that they took to put that program on. For those of you who don't know, there is actually a video of the pitch training. I believe it resides somewhere on the council's YouTube page. So if you're ever wondering about what you need to do to pitch, make yourself available to those videos that are probably on the, I want to say they're on the council's Vimeo site or on the YouTube site. But anyway, thank you so very much, JDC Events, for the work that you've done in preparing the teams for pitching today. Our corporate judges. These are the judges that have participated in the judging for this event. From the very first pitch video that came in about a month or so ago, these guys have taken the time to go through all of the videos that poured in from all over the council, DC, Maryland, Virginia, the best MBEs on the planet. We want to thank our judges, AARP, Giant Foods, Lockheed Martin, McCormick, DC Water, Peapod, SAIC, Fairfax County Fairfax County Economic Development Authority, Alliance Science and Technologies, SAIC, and the U.S. Postal Service. So thank you very much to our judges. We appreciate all of the work that you guys have done, taking time out of your days to participate in the judging process for Pitchmania, the virtual edition 2021. We want to say thank you to all of you for your participation. Our corporate liaisons. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to tell you, these individuals have been actively engaged in participating with just about every single MBEIC activity that we've had for the last 2 years. So I want to take this time and give a special thank you and a special shout out to our corporate liaisons, Caesars Entertainment, Horseshoe Casinos, Shakira Garcia, and to Allison Cuby from Capital One. These individuals are the listening ear for our MBEIC. They're the ones who keep us on track and let us know that the things that we're doing and the things that we're thinking about are in line and in keeping with what we want to be doing for maximum participation for our corporations and for our MBEs. They keep us tight. They keep us straight. We can share things with them. They share things with us that we should be doing. They keep us ready for opportunities as they present themselves within the council. So we want to take this time to give a special thank you to Shakira Garcia from Horseshoe Casinos and Caesars Entertainment, and from Allison Cuby from Capital One. Thank you so very much for your hard work and your dedication. Our finalist judges. Our finalist judges for today are Kimberly Marcus from AARP and our title sponsor for this event, Clarice Jackson, Small Business Liaison Officer for Alliance Sciences, Linda Fennell, DC Water, Water is Life, Felismina Andrade, Giant Foods, Director of External Communications and Community Relations, and Sheila Dews Johnson, the Director of Supplier Diversity Program for McCormick.
Kevin?
Yes, I think I was supposed to pass that off to Allison.
That
So,
is okay. I'm so excited to be here, Kevin. And you know
hey,
how
they're
much I love
they're
you.
so nice. We can say them twice.
We can say them twice. So we'll go ahead and announce our finalists for Pitchmania Virtual Edition 2021. Welcome, Capital Region. You guys are in for a very special treat to hear pitches from these 6 amazing companies. Wendell Carter with USA Employee Benefits Company, Deirdre Sherman with Digidot, Khalid Malik with Green Turnkey Inc., Iman Mcfarland with 21st Century Expo Group Inc., the Campus Studios, Rochelle and Sean Bonds with Square One Technologies Inc., and Ted Wright with LPR International. We are so excited to get this pitch started. So Kevin, back to you.
All right. Thank you so very much. We are ready to go. We're all set. So we're going to bring to the stage for the first contestant here on our virtual edition of Pitchmania 2021, Deirdre Sherman, Digidot.
Thank you, Kevin, and good afternoon, everyone. Awesome, thank you. Hello, I'm Deirdre Sherman, the Chief Customer Officer for Digidot. Celebrating 21 years in business, our firm delivers the technology and services to digitally transform traditional business processes. We work with clients to improve workforce efficiency, top-line revenue growth, and to deliver tangible results. Today, I'd like to share with you a brief look into how we leverage our vertical market strategy in our largest division, the Public Sector Solutions Group, or PS2G. Next slide, please. In our first vertical, energy and utility, we support clients with grid distribution, data analytics, and infrastructure challenges. A key initiative for us is SCADA, which is a system that provides access to real-time data, facilitates smarter decisions, and mitigates downtime for E&U clients. PS2G deploys smart sensor technology that provides critical performance data and feeds that information directly into our partner SCADA systems. Next slide, please. The second vertical for PS2G is healthcare, and I think we are all personally touched by the rising costs in this vertical. The United States continues to represent the highest per capita spend for healthcare in the world, but ranks below average in avoidable mortality. In this vertical, PS2G aligns our solutions with a patient-centered strategy. This strategy is based on partnering with patients for healthy outcomes and enhanced communication. Our digital outreach solution reimagines member communications by enabling active listening and real-time response tools that demonstrate empathy and concern for patients. The impact to our clients is higher regulatory compliance, improved engagement rates, and member loyalty. Next slide, please. And finally, the public sector vertical, in which we support a full digital conversion strategy for public records. Our services include converting paper-based intake to a digital format, records retention, and workflow automation. Converting paper-based intake to a digital format gives our public sector clients access to information locked in their records at the speed of thought. Our team is NARA certified and led by Lean Six Sigma experts. All services are based on the presidential orders M12.18 and M19.21 to create greater transparency in government. The infographic at the bottom right corner illustrates the level of data mining and information our clients receive to support their decisions. Next slide, please. In summary, across these three verticals, we shared workforce efficiency in energy and utility that will allow engineers to accelerate diagnostics. We shared a differentiator in healthcare that supports top-line revenue growth by enhancing communications to build brand loyalty. And finally, in the public sector, how we impact public records to ensure proper historical references are preserved for future generations. PS2G's value proposition lies within our industry focus. We strive to know as much about our clients as we know about the services we provide. The experience is a differentiator and is echoed in our clients' feedback. Thank you, and we look forward to working with you.
Well, thank you so much, Ms. Sherman.
Thank
That was
you.
a wonderful presentation. I, with ARP, have the opportunity to ask you a few questions, and you took my first question right there in your spiel, so I love it. I was going to ask you about your differentiators, but you already answered that, so amazing. So my first question to you is, what steps are you taking to fulfill your 5-year plan?
Well, we believe that all of our best work begins with our team. So it really is about making sure that we are well positioned with the resources and the talent that we need to grow our business and continue to grow it over the next 5 years. So it's going to begin with the people. And we're also looking at horizontal applications for some of these vertical solutions that really translate to other verticals. A great example is the communications and outreach practice that we have in healthcare might have applicability in E&U. How can we share on a more meaningful way real-time communications and ensuring that we're providing responses in real time as well?
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I think we have time for 2 more questions. Next question. What keeps you up at night?
Well, actually, nothing keeps me up at night at this point. We are an organization that believes that if you have a process in place, if you're thoughtful about the way you approach your clients and your business, then you're going to be well prepared. And all of that is really supported by a lot of transparency and communication with our team to understand what's going on in the field. So we have regular meetings that talks about our customers, what they're thinking, are there risks that they're considering, are there risks we should consider? And we try to get in front of those things as quickly as we can. I don't know that I spend a lot of sleepless nights about that. And it feels good to be able to be secure in the team and the resources that you have at play because of the talent that they bring to their customers.
That is amazing. I need to take a chapter from your book, but maybe it's because I have WrestleMania over here with the twins keeping me up at night.
That could do it.
So one more question, my friend. What is your business approach as it relates to for-profit, nonprofit, and the government sector?
So they do, those segments do approach business a little bit differently, and they have different goals. And as I kind of alluded to in the beginning of the presentation, we really try to understand what drives our customers and align to those drivers so that we can be most effective when we advocate to them and for them. So in the public sector specifically, it may not always be about cost savings or removing full FTEs in their organization, but they are always open to ideas on how to reallocate those resources. and how they can get more bang for their buck. Because as you probably well know, that they're always being asked to do more with the same level of resources. So how do we leverage their existing resources to be able to meet that new demand?
Absolutely. Fantastic answer to all three of my questions, Ms. Sherman. At this point, I believe us judges are going to be moved into another room. So please hold tight and we'll be right back.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Fantastic job. Fantastic job, Deirdre. Wonderful job. So next up, we have Khalid Malik from Green Turnkey Incorporated. Welcome, Khalid.
You will be joining us here shortly.
We had to run out to the parking lot to grab Khalid. He's on his way in.
Oh, they're nervous-sighted, I'm sure. There we are, Khalid. Welcome.
Hello. Thanks, Kevin and May.
You're
Hello
most
again.
welcome.
My name is Khalid Malik with Green Turnkey. Our focus is developing energy-saving projects throughout the built environment. I have personally delivered over 700 green building projects ranging from mom and pop stores to large commercial real estate portfolios seeking to make their operations more sustainable. Next slide. In today's agenda, we want to review some industry standards, some trends, outline our preferred funding mechanisms, showcase an active project, and share ways we can work together. And wrap up with some Q&A. Next slide, please. Our client base includes individuals and organizations from both the private and public sector. Basically, anyone who owns or controls property in the DMV. For example, the MEA has been very interested in understanding our project development model and the economic impact it has on energy saving projects. So last year, they commissioned us to perform a feasibility study on community scale microgrids for future planning of state energy infrastructure resources. We made such a strong economic case, now they want us to create a small business program to help the state meet greenhouse gas reduction targets. Earlier this month, we participated in the Montgomery County Energy Summit as panelists discussing final deliverables from the MEA sponsored study. Next slide, please. Earlier this year, the Texas ice storm shut down thousands of residents and local businesses that rely on power supplied by the electric grid. This existing infrastructure will continue to become unreliable, so measures must be put in place to maintain operations during natural disaster events. As a member of the Montgomery County Climate Action Planning Team, I am developing performance standards to avoid these types of service disruptions. Our integrated solution includes the application of artificial intelligence technology to ensure 100% business continuity with no change in occupant comfort. Next slide, please. So in my experience in the field, and I've been doing this for a while now, I've come across a number of owner operators who have feasibility studies or other engineering reports laying around collecting dust because of budget constraints. Some of the common types of funding projects, energy efficiency projects, include capital expense budgets, borrowing, of course, utility incentives, and tax credits at all levels, and competitive grants, which are a little bit difficult to achieve, but they're available. If you come to put this in context, if you combine all of these resources, they represent about 20% of the total cost of implementing an actionable microgrid master plan. Next slide, please. So unless the project owner is utilizing their own money, we like to use third-party funding from a property tax law structure called CPACE, or Commercial Property Assessed Clean Energy Program. This type of framework allows us to combine engineering best practices with high-performance technology that does not require any upfront out-of-pocket cash. Some of the benefits include monitor-based commissioning, and of course, increasing or creating jobs, among other things. Next slide. Green Turnkey and its technical partners, Jim, have developed a proven model for the planning, design, implementation, and maintenance of commercial scale microgrids. This project, the Emory Hill project, is on track to be the first net positive commercial building in Maryland. Some of the benefits from this job include increased property value, depreciation written off over 20 years, and of course, creating a number of jobs in the process. Next slide, please. So to summarize, our specialty is funding and designing microgrid systems. We can perform as prime contractors or construction managers if necessary. In some cases, it may be in the client's best interest to utilize in-house personnel or existing service providers to execute project delivery. So whether you want to strengthen your facility's energy infrastructure or create another revenue stream, we have an energy savings solution for you. Next slide. Thanks for your time and attention, and we can open it up for questions and answers.
Wonderful, wonderful, Mr. Malik. Thank you so much. It must be your lucky day because you too get to get your questions posed by AARP. So don't seem so excited. So question number one, and this is the question I wanted to pose before. So what differentiators does your company have over other companies in your line of business?
It's a great question. No one is doing what we're doing right now. Most of the time, you'll find that companies are able to achieve maybe 40, 50% load reduction, whereas we're able to get loads down to near zero. To give you an idea of the marketplace, less than 100 microgrids exist across the nation. Most of these projects are probably located in scarce areas, and they've installed microgrids at industrial campuses, or you may have a small town that doesn't rely heavily on the grid. So our biggest differentiator is that no one can deliver no-cost microgrid projects.
Nice, nice. It seems like you don't have any competitors in that space then.
Not for, I mean, it'll be about 5 years, so we're hoping to cover as much market share as possible in the interim.
Absolutely. So with that, what's your top priority in the next 6 months?
Well, that's a good question. We just picked up some projects working with low-income housing, multifamily projects in the state of Maryland. So we're entering into the planning phase, assessing facilities, and creating financial packages utilizing the CPACE framework. And again, this would cost the property owners no cost to move forward.
Oh, okay, wonderful. So since we don't have really competitors in your space, hopefully for the next 5 years, you have your 6 months plan. What are the steps that you're taking to make sure that you could fulfill your 5-year plan?
Well, we're building relationships right now. And of course, this forum is great to let everyone know that we're here and we're working and we're more than capable of delivering on our promises. And the types of facilities we want to focus on are going to be your critical infrastructure or essential services. This could include your higher education platforms and your public safety facilities, wastewater treatment facilities. So that's generally where we're targeting in the next, in the immediate future.
Wonderful. And with that, this will be my final question. It seems like you have a lot of work to do, but you're definitely equipped to do it. So if anything, what keeps you up at night?
Well, I'm excited. I mean, this is new. The market is young. The Biden administration has created a very favorable environment for us, and the state of Maryland is fertile ground. So I look forward to every morning working on existing projects and hoping to bring on new projects throughout the MBE network.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Malik. We appreciate you, and you will now be transferred back into the holding area, and us judges will be voting. Thank you so much for your pitch, and good luck.
Thank you for having me.
Khalid, thank you so very much. Now we'll have a corporate presentation from Karen Small, Fairfax County Economic Development Authority.
Good morning. I am Karen Schmaw, Director of Diversity Business Investment and Entrepreneurship at the Fairfax County Economic Development Authority. The Fairfax County Economic Development Authority helps businesses start, expand, or relocate in Fairfax County. Chartered by the Commonwealth of Virginia, the Fairfax County EDA is led by a board of county business leaders and funded by the Fairfax County government to promote the county as one of the world's best business locations and build the county's commercial tax base. The Fairfax County Board of Supervisors uses the commercial tax base to fund the high quality of public services for a growing and diversifying population. Our mission is to promote the competitive advantages of Fairfax County and influence the growth of the diverse ecosystem that enhances the tax base, creates demand for commercial office space, and supports extraordinary and equitable quality of life across Fairfax County. In Fairfax County, 41% of the businesses are minority owned. In fact, Fairfax County has the most minority owned, women owned, and veteran owned employer firms in the DMV, and nearly twice the national share of minority-owned employers. At Fairfax County EDA, we provide a wide array of resources for minority-owned businesses, including startup assistance, technical assistance, funding resource identification, workforce development tools, site selection assistance, demographic and business data, a procurement academy, GovCon marketing positioning, certification assistance, and networking opportunities. Fairfax County is open for business and has a wide array and diverse array of contracting opportunities. The county and Fairfax County Public Schools in fiscal year 20 purchase order spending was more than $729 million, and combined spend with SWAM businesses was 33%. If you are interested in doing business with Fairfax County, you can explore contract opportunities by visiting eva.virginia.gov website. Fairfax County advertises solicitations on EVA, Virginia's electronic procurement portal. Vendors are encouraged to visit that site, register, and receive automatic notifications when relevant solicitations are advertised. In closing, if you are thinking of starting a business, growing a business, relocating a business, or doing business with Fairfax County, we are here to help. On behalf of the FCEDA President and CEO, Victor Hoskins, thank you for the opportunity to share information about the FCEDA. If I can be of further assistance, please don't hesitate to contact me. Thank you again, and I'll put some additional information in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Karen. It's great to see you today, and we want to say thank you to the Fairfax County Economic Development Authority for sharing. Please give Victor our best. We thank you guys for your participation today.
Thank you, Kevin.
Coming to the stage, Wendell Carter, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's get it.
I'm Wendell Carter, president.
And I'm Elizabeth Carter.
We're ready for our slides. If If we could just start at the beginning again. I'm Wendell Carter, President and CEO.
And I'm Elizabeth Carter, Chairman of the Board. Next.
The goal of our presentation today is to tell you our story. We want to tell you why you should consider becoming a client of Team USA.
Next. We want to share with you this amazing story, how United School Associates pivoted to USA EDC. It is a New York Times best-selling story. Have y'all heard of it?
Sounds like a great read.
Next. Tell me about the content.
Well, it features two characters. The setting is Chicago. The plot is the pivot. The solution, unique superhero offering. And the story continues even to this day.
Next. Who are these awesome characters?
There's an insurance sales executive, there's an educator, and the story starts with the company establishing itself in 2013.
Next. Tell me a little more about this USA story.
USA specializes in bringing world-class benefit programs to the education community. We seek not just to satisfy our clients, but to amaze them with best-in-class services.
Next. Well, every story has amazing details. Can you give us just one detail of this story?
Let me tell you about Vance Bryant, an educator at Taylor Grove Elementary School. He enrolled into our program through his school district. Subsequently, he was scheduled to have a surgery. The doctor told him to expect to be out of work for approximately about a year. He was concerned because he had exhausted his sick leave and his personal leave. But Mr. Bryant was comforted by knowing that he had the USA benefit plans in place. We provided to him a benefit check each month of $5,000 tax-free for 12 months, $60,000 he received. Do you think he had to worry about his bills?
No.
That's the peace of mind we provide to our education families.
Awesome. Next. What's so unique about USA?
USA is a curator. We work with all the major carriers and we find the best solutions for our clients.
Next. Every great story has a secret sauce. What is USA's secret sauce?
We say we make a good living by making a good giving. Built into our DNA is service.
Next. Can you share with us one ingredient to that secret sauce?
We're a socially conscious company. Every school district we work with, we give back to. In fact, even during the pandemic, we donated $2,500 to the Chicago Teachers Union Foundation to support their virtual learning for teachers.
Next.
And this has led to our benevolence, we believe, to our greatest achievement as a company to date, which is to be endorsed by the Chicago Teachers Union, which is the third largest school district in America with 25,000 employees. And we're the only group voluntary benefits company to be endorsed by them. And we're very proud of our relationship with Chicago Public Schools.
Next. But every story has a dun, dun, dun. What happened to USA?
Well, like many small businesses this past year, the problem was COVID-19. Our predicament was all the schools that we service had shut down for the year. And the pivot was, and our blessing, if you will, was born from that was USA Employee Benefits Company.
Next. So USA had to reinvent themselves. They went from USA just servicing schools to now USA Employee Benefit Companies, which does?
We service all types of businesses. So what we did is we took our world-class benefits, our group voluntary benefit plans, we bundled them with the all-in-one web-based HR and compliance platform, and we provided to employers 100% cost-free. As you can see down the checklist here, these are benefits, HR benefits, all companies would want to have.
So this is Superhero Plan number 1. Can you tell us about Superhero Plan 2? Next.
Superhero Plan number 2 features all the rich benefits of Plan number 1, except for this plan for a nominal fee, we include payroll services for the employer.
Next. Superhero Plan 3?
Well, we like to say this is the full enchilada. What we do here is we encourage the employer to outsource their HR department to us, better known as co-employment. We tell the employer, focus on what you do best and allow us to handle the rest.
Next.
One of our greatest achievements as USA EBC came this past November. We were able to work with the Philadelphia Sheriff's Office with over 400 employees. After the enrollment, we were so grateful to be endorsed by the Sheriff of the Philadelphia department, and we're planning to leverage that relationship to go to other sheriff's offices around the country.
Next. So can any business sign up?
Yes, this is great for, really, we think any business. Our case study, we take a look at Evergreen Landscape Company. They have 126 employees. They were spending $22,000 a year through ADP Workforce Now for payroll and HR services. We introduced our cost-free solution. Along with payroll services, it was costing $149 per month. And they were able to save, as an organization, $20,000 on their payroll and HR services.
Next. So we have just given you the cliff notes to this amazing story. If you're a small business or a medium-sized business with 50 or more employees, we encourage you to go to our website or scan the QR code with your phone. Next. Thank you very much, and we look forward to your questions.
Thank you.
Hello there. This is Sheila Deuce Johnson with McCormick & Company, and I actually have the pleasure of asking you questions regarding your presentation and your company. First of all, let me say that was an excellent and very creative approach and delivery of your presentation. So I really appreciate that. And just to let you know, I had written down a question because I wasn't sure if it's going to be asked during these sessions. My first question was going to be, what did the pandemic teach you about your business? And the fact that you actually had that, the answer to that, and you actually had examples of how your company did pivot. I think that's great. It's because we all know that was, for so many businesses, the pandemic had a huge impact. But I want to just kind of follow up on that question, on your response to that, and the story that you told in terms of what you were able to do. So my question, I know you said because of the school closes and all had a big impact on your business. Was that something, how long did it take you to develop your plan to pivot and to develop your plan B, as I'll call it? And was that something that you all already had in your arsenal or had in your contingency to know that, okay, in the case of any sort of, crisis situation, this is what you wanted to do?
Great question. And by the way, congratulations on your upcoming retirement.
Thank you.
But we would say that our focus was, we always believed that there was riches and niches. And so our 100% focus was on working with schools. In fact, quite frankly, we never thought there would ever be a scenario where schools would be closed and we wouldn't have access to teachers. So that was not necessary in our business model. But one of the things that was in our business model, we've always had a passion for working with small businesses. There's a saying that when America catches a cold, Black America catches the flu.
Right.
Well, this past year, America caught COVID-19, and several, unfortunately, minority businesses died because of COVID. So we have a passion not only to just work with schools, but also we become interested in working with small minority businesses, because one of the things that's going to be a differentiator for minority companies, or really any small business, are your benefit packages. And unfortunately, most small businesses are not capable of competing with large companies for benefits. Here's a quick example. The average large company spends $11 per hour per employee on benefits. The problem with that is most companies, if you can offer a great salary, you're a small business, you usually can't compete with that type of costing, of operational costs. And so we want to come up with a solution where we can show small businesses how they can look like a large company and be able to offer these benefits, because benefits, number one, are going to help you to attract employees, and it's also going to help you retain them.
Okay, that's great. So my next question is so that being the case, so what metrics then are you following closely as you in terms of being competitive, and what's going on in the marketplace or just in the industry in general in regards to benefits?
Well, for us, obviously, we're very closely following COVID-19 and experiences. One of the things that we're looking at is obviously what's going to be the re-entry plan for schools, teachers going back into the classroom. So for us, we're really monitoring that very closely. Okay, great. And there is a question that I heard, the other finalists, they were asked, like, what keeps you up at night? And I always like that question because I think it's very interesting to kind of hear the different responses. So in case of your company and the services that you offer, what does keep you up at night? And I would imagine, obviously, with the pandemic and everything being so close to what you do, I would imagine that's definitely part of your answer. But I'm just curious to what you have to say about that. You gave my answer away. That's exactly it. COVID-19 and its variances. Yeah. And whether or not our teachers that we work with are going to be able to return to the classrooms. That's pivotal to us. We certainly do not want to go backwards and see 2020 repeat itself.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you very much. It's, again, a great presentation and a great company. And thank you for what you bring to the world of supplier diversity and minority-owned businesses.
Thank you so much.
Best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll turn it over back to Kevin.
Great questions, Sheila, and congratulations again on your retirement. I'm trying to get there, my dear. I'm trying to get there.
Thank you.
And to Wendell and Elizabeth, I loved your pitch. Fantastic job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Coming to the stage, Iman Mcfarland, 21st Century Expo Group. Good morning.
You're on mute, Iman.
There you go.
Sorry about that. When we went in, we got muted. Hello, everyone. My name is Iman Mcfarland, and I'm a proud second-generation owner and Chief Operations Officer at 21st Century Expo Group. My father, Ray Mcfarland, started this company 30 years ago. With a desire to provide for his new family of 3, coupled with his previous work experience, he decided to create a company in the hospitality industry as a trade show general service contractor. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Pictured here is his very first trade show. I'm atop his shoulders in the middle there, surrounded by my mother, aunts, uncles, and friends. Our own community was integral in producing his first event and the very many during the beginning. To this day, community and family are the spirit of this company. Although now standing at 6'3", I can no longer sit atop my father's shoulders, but I proudly stand on the legacy that he and my mother has built for myself and our community. Next slide, please. Now, there are several things that distinguish us from the industry competition, starting with the fact that we are the nation's only woman and African-American-owned trade show general service contractor. As a result, we are certified by National Minority Supplier Development Council and the Women's Business Enterprise Council. We've also been honored as a Supplier of the Year by NMSDC, both nationally and regionally. But what sets us apart, however, is the quality of work and immense dedication that we give to you and your business to have an unforgettable experience. We want to continuously partner with you and your company throughout your business's life, not just to see your event succeed, but to see your business truly thrive. It's this devotion to our craft that has allowed us to consistently partner with groups and execute projects with groups like Howard University, NMSDC, Google, Facebook, Apple, McDonald's, Major League Baseball, and many more. We specialize in corporate display management, custom graphic design and production, custom graphic and event displays, labor management, critical path budget planning, warehousing and fulfillment, online event technologies, and event design, production, and management. And we wouldn't be able to execute events successfully without our amazing team of event professionals with a collective trade show experience of over 100 years. Next slide, please. Our team is devoted to creating an environment in which businesses can successfully market to their audience. The driving force behind our success is our meticulous attention to detail, quality, customer satisfaction, and innovation. And it all comes down to being valuable, right? We want our clients to know that we can give them the greatest return on their investment. And that is where we truly shine. Whether it's a small seminar, conference meeting, or an 800 booth trade show, we can work hand in hand with our clients to ensure success. Next slide, please. Now, all this talk about events has truly gotten me excited, but the reality is that the live events industry has been devastated by the pandemic. With the vaccine becoming readily available, I'm starting to see live events pop up all across the country, and it's truly bringing joy to my heart. But in the meantime, we wanted to offer our clients a safe and effective way to produce events and engage their target audience. And with that, I'd like to introduce you to the campus studios. In the virtual space, allow our technical team to create professional content that helps your business stand out, whether it be virtually, in person, or hybrid. The Rehearsal Hall is home to local and national bands, vocalists, musical artists, and virtual churches. Here we offer 32-track recording, in-house backline equipment, voiceover booth, post-production, and a host of other offerings. To top it off, we can host your small to medium-sized event, meeting, pop-up shop, and more. To sum it up, here at 21st Century, we are mission-focused, relationship builders, positive culture creators, and value drivers. We look forward to building successful relationships with each and every one of you. Thank you, and I look forward to your questions.
Oh, she did such a good.
Hi, thank you, Ms. Mcfarland. Thank you very much for that fabulous presentation. I was thrilled with the history of the company. And with that, what I would love to learn to know is, what have you learned about your company and industry from when you first started and how you improved your company?
That is a very good question. And well, what I've learned is the key is to always stay nimble. Being a small business 30 years ago, my dad had the ability to switch and pivot at the dime of the hat based on his clients' needs. And anything he did not have in his business, he was able to build relationships and partner with companies that allowed us to execute flawlessly without our clients knowing any different. And then fast forward today with this pandemic that is still with us, actually, we've learned that same message still applies in being able to pivot. We've successfully executed our pandemic pivots, what we call them, with the campus studios. And we also have another community-focused project called The Campus. We actually repurposed our 40,000 square foot event facility, and we've installed full basketball courts, volleyball courts, a boxing ring, and we have 10,000 square feet of space dedicated to nonprofits and organizations that are helping provide STEM education to our local community here in Prince George's County. So we're always staying on our feet, being quick and nimble, and just trying to survive and thrive.
Excellent, excellent. In what ways do you stay abreast of industry trends that help influence the direction of your company?
Well, in the past couple of years, I've actually become an attendee to trade shows. My head was always down in the planning and execution of trade shows, but I found that in order for us to stay abreast of the technology and the various strategies that my competition and our clients need to produce great events, I needed to get to the trade shows. And not only that, I sit on a board of the National Trade Show Alliance. Our mission is to help build trade show staff members and to give them on-the-job training. So I'm constantly working with my board members. Most of them are trade show contractors themselves or owners themselves. And so we're always getting advice and hints and keeping each other abreast on the latest trends.
It seems like you're juggling many things. You have the virtual meetings, you have your new facility, and you're looking at now that things are starting to expand. So like the other judges, I would like to know what keeps you up at night.
Well, to be honest with you, I sleep very well at night, but I know my mother is constantly up at night. And it's basically, you know, the pandemic. We haven't seen a trade show in about 16 months. And so when you think about how we're going to keep our staff employed, how are we going to keep our doors open, our rent paid, those are the type of questions that are constantly getting into my mom and my dad's head at 4 in the morning. But I am a firm believer that this pandemic has just showed us how strong we are. And for me to be able to sit here in this campus studios is a testament of that. You know, every day we came in here and just asked the question, what can we do to keep our doors open and give back to our community? And we've been able to answer that every day. And these projects, these new ventures are the result of those answers.
Fabulous. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And at this time, I'm going to turn it back to Kevin.
Thank you very much, Clarice. Wonderful questions. Thank you so much for your participation today. Iman, wonderful, wonderful job. Thank you so very much. Tell your dad I said hello.
I will.
Coming to the stage, Mr. Rupert Warner, the United States Postal Service, for a corporate presentation. Good afternoon, Rupert.
Good afternoon and good morning too. I'd like to first of all congratulate all the participants today. Reaching this point indicates that your company are leaders in agility, creativity, and solution innovation. So congratulations to all of the participants today. I want to let you know that indeed the Postal Service is open for business. It's been a year of purchasing survival, but we still purchase everything to support our operations. We continue to buy in 5 major categories: commercial products and services, facilities, mail and operational equipment, technology infrastructure, and transportation. And then we also have a non-buying group which still manages our assets, and they're called asset management. The Postal Service is unique. Some of you have heard me talk about the differences between the Postal Service and other federal agencies, but we don't adhere to the FAR. We have our own supplying principles and practices. One of the things too that makes us unique is that our buying thresholds are different. In most cases, we have postmasters or at your local post office who have purchase cards that can purchase $10,000 per transaction. So depending on the level of business that you have to offer us, you can actually market yourself directly to those post offices. There are over 30,000 throughout the United States. One thing that I do encourage you is to look for our solicitations on the new betasam.gov, which was the old fedbiz.gov. We now start using Betasam, but it really just depends on the commodity in which you your offering is at. We encourage you, or I encourage you, to reach out to our contracting officers. You can reach out to them directly and they'll let you know how they go about their solicitations, whether they put it on sam.gov or whether they keep their own listing. And like Karen, I'm going to provide you some information in the chat feature of the platform today. Another thing is that if you have something that's innovative, we're looking for innovation to keep our operations going. You realize last year we did a lot of package services, and we have all of our carriers actually carry an electronic device that tracks where they are. It has GPS. It tells you that, many people are working from home now. They have a small business, where they need to pick up packages, where they need to deliver packages. So we're looking for innovative things to help us to deliver the mail more efficiently. We have a program that's called the Unsolicited Proposal Program, where you might be able to submit ideas to us to help us to solidify and grow our business. So I always encourage you to look at the Postal Service. Again, we don't manufacture anything. We buy everything to sustain ourselves. So anything that you can think of is not only the delivery of mail, it's the fuel, it's insurance, it's buildings, it's commercial sites. It's everything to sustain us. It's not just one thing, not just the mail. So again, I congratulate all participants today, and I look forward to hearing the pitches throughout the rest of the day. And I'm going to turn it back over to Kevin.
Thank you so very much, Rupert. Awesome job. Coming to the stage, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Vaughns, Rachel and Sean. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're ready for your pitch. Square One Technologies Incorporated.
Thank you. Thank you. Next slide, please. So welcome, we're Square One Technologies, and we specialize in advanced data analytics and cybersecurity. My name is Dr. Rochelle Vaughns, and I'm the president and advanced data and analytics principal. I have 15 years of experience in this space in the private and public sector. Hello, my name is Dr. Sean Vaughns. I'm the managing director and cybersecurity principal for Square One Technologies. I have 20 years of experience in the cybersecurity field, mainly with respect to the public sector, at the federal and the state level, as well as with the DoD, also with the private sector with respect to the financial services industry, as well as the healthcare industry, and also with nonprofits. Next slide. At Square One Technologies, we specialize in advanced data analytics, as well as cybersecurity, specific to security assessments, penetration testing, as well as vulnerability assessments. For our particular clients, our value proposition is specific to providing insights in terms of predictive insights and analytics. We also specialize in risk reduction as relates to reputational and financial risk with respect to cybersecurity. What makes us different and unique are three main areas. The first area is our talent. The talent that we deploy on projects will always have certifications specific to their skill sets, as well as several years of experience, as well as they will exude a passion for their field as it relates to cybersecurity, as well as advanced data analytics. We also have a deep knowledge around different methodologies specific to analytics and cybersecurity. Based upon our talent, as well as our insight around different methodologies, we're able to be a resilient and very flexible and very adaptable organization to provide customized solutions as well as service offerings to our particular clients based upon their needs and their requirements. In addition, Square One Technologies was founded in 2014 based upon our passion for technology, as well as our passion for creativity, problem solving, and entrepreneurship. We are a certified MBE, woman-owned small business, as well as a service-disabled veteran-owned small business as well. Next slide. Our data analytics services span 4 different categories. Number 1, solutions architecture, where we customize, tailor solutions for each client. Number 2, data migration, where we transfer data from on-prem to the cloud. Data wrangling, where we transfer raw data into a digestible format so that your organization will be able to make the best decisions. And number 4 is data visualization, where we design smart graphical depictions of data insights. Next slide. Our past performance and demonstrated expertise revolve around the Department of Defense, where we provided data wrangling and data visualization services, as well as solution architecture and data migration. We've also worked with the state of North Carolina in a data visualization capacity as well. Next slide. In terms of cybersecurity services, we specialize in 4 main areas. The first area is vulnerability assessment. What this entails is identifying vulnerabilities specific to cloud-based applications, networks, as well as web-based applications. Some of those vulnerabilities that we test for and look at include outdated software, missing patches, weak encryption ciphers, as well as deprecated encryption protocols. Additionally, we perform penetration testing services that are specific to vulnerability identification, as well as simulating a malicious attack to determine if those vulnerabilities are indeed exploitable to assess the risk impact. Additionally, we provide services around security assessments where we would actually look at policies and procedures to determine the effectiveness of security controls to identify any potential missing security gaps so we can provide remediation and recommendations around resolving those particular gaps, as well as we specialize in security engineering. Our value proposition is specific to risk reduction as relates to reputational risk as well as financial risk. It's a lot less expensive to bring us in to evaluate an organization's security posture to identify weaknesses so we can resolve those weaknesses to give them an increase in robustness, security, and posture. For example, currently in the news, has been a lot of discussion about the Colonial Pipeline and the shortage of gas because they had to shut down their pipelines due to a cyber attack. Also there in the news because of the ransomware. They had to pay over $5 million in a ransomware attack. Essentially, an attacker was able to exploit a vulnerability in the remote desktop protocol to launch a ransomware attack. Where our services come into the picture at is that we provide specific vulnerability assessments around identifying any vulnerabilities in the network, as well as any services running in a particular environment. So we would identify a service like remote desktop, work with our clients to resolve and remediate that by disabling that particular service and finding other options. Additionally, we have the ability to assess the backup and disaster recovery capabilities of an organization to ensure if indeed they are impacted by a ransomware attack, they can use their own particular disaster recovery capabilities as well as their backups in order to restore their system functionality without having to pay a ransomware. Therefore, our value proposition is to reduce the financial and reputational risk. Next slide. As it relates to past performance, we have past performance in cybersecurity specific to the public sector with NASA, the Marine Corps, as well as with the state of North Carolina. We also have expertise and experience in the private sector with Alma Bank, RevGen Partners, as well as with First United and Trust Bank, as well as with a host of different nonprofits. So we cover the public, private, and the nonprofit sector when it comes to cybersecurity. Next slide, please.
So our vision and goals, what we strive to do is we want to be more than a service provider. We want to become a trusted advisor. So our short-term goals within the next 6 months is to build a relationship with the supply diversity leadership, as well as become a partner with AWS, Microsoft, and Google Cloud partner, and increase our talent pipeline by providing mentorship and career advice to high school students. Our long-term goals within the next 5 years is to complete a mentor protege program, create 100 jobs, and to add new services and capabilities specific to our field. Next slide. Thank you so much for your time. We open it up for questions.
Thank you.
Wow, that was fascinating. I have the privilege of asking you some questions. I am Phyllis Andrade, which I include. So this topic for me is very important. This keeps me up at night, and I, especially reading this cyber attack that happened recently. So with that, I have a few questions for you. We'll start off with, I was going to ask you this at the end, but I would love to know what keeps you up at night, because I know this keeps me up at night, especially what's been going on in our world.
Mm-hmm.
So in terms of what keeps us up at night, in terms of client deliverables, it's very important that we provide the right resources to make sure that we're making our deliverables. And we're working with the client to make sure that we have the right requirements set in place and we come up with a customized solution for the client. So in essence, that really keeps us up at night, just making sure that we're meeting the client expectation.
And I would also add talent. Without having the right talent in our pipeline, we can't deliver on the services that we provide, as well as executing and making sure we meet our clients' requirements. So we always are concerned making sure we have the right talent with the right skill set, the right certification, and the right enthusiasm to provide that level of service and expertise that we require and expect to deliver for our clients.
Well said, thank you. Next question. What's your top priorities in the next 6 months?
Our priorities within the next 6 months is to make sure that we continue to build a relationship with the Supplier Diversity Council, as well as become a partner with AWS Cloud, as well as Microsoft Azure and Google Cloud. That's, you know, what's been in the news. That's what a lot of companies are moving towards. So we want to make sure that we have a deep understanding in cloud technology so that we can provide the best solutions for our clients.
Thank you, Rachel. And then last question, what metrics are you watching most closely?
Well, currently we're watching a few different metrics. I would say right now we are on the path of desiring to grow. So what we're looking at is our win rate when it comes to proposals. We want to make sure that when we submit a proposal, we're very effective in our strategy and our messaging to make sure that we're winning new work and that we're growing as a company. Also, as I spoke to earlier, we're very concerned about making sure we have the right talent. So we're looking at our talent retention when we deploy talent to different projects, making sure that that talent, that particular talent aligns with the project, as well as making sure it's a challenge for them so they stay engaged and they would like to really kind of stay with the company and stay on that particular project throughout the duration. Just make sure we have the right talent and the right people. So we're watching that retention rate as well.
You're on the right path. Thank you. I really enjoyed your presentation. Well done, Rachel and Sean.
Thank you.
Very fascinating for me. I could have listened a lot more. I had more time. So thank you. I'm going to turn it back to Kevin at this time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Awesome. 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 Thank you, Phyllis, so very much for your participation today and your questions. Great questions. Great questions. And to Vaughn and Rochelle, thank you very much. Great job. Congratulations. Thanks for your participation.
Appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, last but certainly not least, Ted the Connector Wright from LPR International. Welcome, Ted.
Good morning, fellow business owners. My name is Ted Wright, Business Development and Associate Presenter with LPR International. LPR is a workforce management solutions company established in 2009 with the vision and experience of its founder and CEO, Sandra Marley. LPR International is based in Lanham, Maryland, and is a minority women-owned small business with federal, state, and local certifications and the 8A SBA certification. LPR has 12 years of business experience in providing workforce management and talent acquisition solutions to both the government and commercial entities in both the US and the UK, with a focus on engineering, construction management, IT, healthcare, food services, and other professional and administrative industries. LPR has a successful US and European past performance in their roles as both a prime and a subprime contractor in the federal government space, while providing quality services to clients such as the Departments of Army, Air Force, the University of Maryland Global Campus, and NIH. LPR is a top quality provider of innovative business solutions and strategies to enhance your business operations. Is how the questions you're going to ask me? Glad you asked. Let me break it down for you like a fraction. We attract top-tier talent and connect them with great companies that are looking to hire them. We provide customized HR strategies that fit the scope of our clientele's unique needs. Let me paint a picture for you on how LPR is helping find solutions for their clients' issues. Slide, please. Is this you in the mirror every day as a company leader or an MBE? Daily asking, how can I get all this done today? Meetings, phone calls, emails, billing, payroll, marketing. Oh, and run the same day-to-day operation? Oh, and my family needs my time too. Sound familiar? Sounds like someone you know? Well, LPR is the phone call you need to make to have that conversation of discovery with your expert team to identify your issues, to those things that keep you up at night. From that, a comprehensive strategy is put together in collaboration with you to provide you the resources and support to achieve the goals that you set, so that you can also be relieved of being the weight of a Mr. Do-It-All yourself, but become a builder of others. Here's a real LPR case story with a small business that we helped recently. A small local business needed to hire a construction project manager and an office manager. LPR was able to source and recruit for those two positions. They were able to help that client be able to have its own employees and now be in a position to know that they were going to hire additional employees. We were able to set them up with HR consultancy to be able to help them and train their new employee to be able to manage that particular system, removing that burden from the business owner. So let's take a government sector for an example. LPR supports the U.S. Air Force in the UK through Food Service Workforce Solutions. We recruit staff, manage 2 teams on 2 separate military bases, providing the core workforce of 23 plus FTEs. To ensure our military personnel are being able to eat nutritious meals, our U.S. Corporate Project Management Office provides us recruiting, HR, payroll, administrative management support, and on-site contract management support for our contract managers. The time in the U.S. is different from it is in the UK. However, we are actually having to create a system that requires us to have great communication to be able to manage that operation. Priding ourselves in offering very personalized, hands-on, and tailored service to every client is what we believe in. And we take care in understanding the unique environment of each client's business. We are able to match the right talent, not just for skill set, but also for the perfect fit for the team or the environment that those employees will be working with. LPR International is a recognized top 100 MBE winner with CRMSDC as a proven organization in providing innovative workforce solutions to growing businesses. Listen, growing businesses need experts, and so does yours. So LPR International have the experts that you need. So contact LPR today at 240-252-1570 or visit their website at lprinternational.com to schedule that conversation of discovery to see where we can add value to your organization. LPR International, your workforce management solutions company. Thank you. I'm open for questions and answers. I guess that's where we're at right now. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your presentation. I enjoyed it very, very much. You mentioned you provide business operations, HR solutions, you help find top talent. I'm interested in knowing what differentiates your company from other companies in your line of business.
Awesome, that's a great question. And because I've had the ability to work with Sandra Marley for the last 2 years, I can answer that question directly in person. We take time, we don't want everybody, and everybody's not our client. We're looking for clients that are interested in growing, and we're willing to spend the time with a hands-on approach and work with that company where they are and be able to help them to scale up to where they want to be. So we're willing to take a client for where they are right now and progress them through the stages, providing them all the necessary resources, tools, and a network that we have to be able to provide them the opportunities to grow.
Excellent, excellent. And as you mentioned growth, what steps are you taking to fulfill your 5-year plan?
Outstanding. I happen to be one of the 5-year plans with LPR. We've hired 3 business development people in 3 different sectors. So we have someone in the government sector, state and local government, and here I am in the commercial sector. And what we're out doing is leveraging our relationships and our networks to find opportunities where we can help bring business to LPR through those networks and helping other companies be able to grow.
Excellent, excellent. And then my last question, you touched on you provide services so that your clients don't have to stay up all night. So what keeps you up at night?
Well, in my conversation with Sandra Marley, the CEO, one of the things that keeps her up at night is this current landscape in which we live as it relates to employment. We have a lot of people that are not able to work because of the COVID-19 situation. They have restrictions, they can't work. But then you have people that are receiving unemployment, don't want to go back to work because they're making more money receiving the unemployment check. And then we're having in the healthcare sector, nurses' salaries are skyrocketing where only large companies can actually be able to hire them. And so the smaller businesses are getting squeezed out. So LPR now is creating systems and solutions to try to be able to help that small business owner be able to compete in this environment.
Excellent, excellent. Well, thank you very much for your
Thank you.
presentation and the Q&A. And I'm going to turn it back to Kevin.
Thank you very much.
Thank you again, Clarice, for those masterful questions. We appreciate you so very much and for your participation today. Ted the Connector, fantastic job, my friend. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Well, I want to take a moment right now to thank all of the pitchers. Wonderful, wonderful job. We appreciate you taking the time and doing all of the necessary things that you needed to do to prepare for today. You've done an amazing job. So at this point, I think it again is my pleasure to bring back to the stage for the final corporate briefing. I believe that individual is Tommy Marks. So Tommy, if you're ready, if they brought Tommy back in and we can bring him up and he can share some more information with us on MBDA. We appreciate you, man. Thank you so very, very much.
Hey, thank you, Kevin. And outstanding pitches. Got me turning flips on the virtual side. Look, that's again, I'm the director of the Federal Procurement Centers is the short name for us. And we work in the federal space, helping minority companies try to knock those doors down in those 36 plus agencies that they have in the federal government. So if you're not a member of us, I put my contact information in the chat. You can contact us and we'll definitely sit down and talk with you. But we essentially try to, based on your corporate vision, match that to where you think you want to go. And what I often tell people, you heard me say 36, but you got to multiply that 36 probably about 10 divisions was inside those federal agencies. So now you're talking 360 places, and you can't be in all places, in one time. So we try to best match where you think you want to be. And so I look forward to working with anybody that that I'm not already working with to help you do that. We're not a procurement office, but as we try to establish relationships with the federal government, we've got some solid ones. We get procurement opportunities from HHS every month on their most current requirements they have on the street. And we also get contacted by companies, both large and small, looking for procurement-ready MBEs like yourself in order to do work. In fact, I got one major requirement right now. If you're into facility management, you want to contact me. I've got a company called Ranger Land Systems out of Huntsville. They just won one of two companies, small businesses, that actually, with Homeland Security, won a $3 billion ceiling is the requirement, 5 years, started in March. And they're looking to put together teams of folks that when the requirements come, that they can fulfill those requirements. So if you're interested, give me contact me and I'll share with you what I have. But it's a 5-year deal to support DHS and what they do, which a lot of it's tied to FEMA. So when the disasters come, they're out looking. So it's a $3 billion ceiling on this BPA that Ranger Systems is looking to team with folks on. So that's the Federal Procurement Center in a nutshell. And like I said, can talk further with anybody that's interested. I want to share two key things that's going on with the council. Essentially, a month from now, the corporate roundtables will take place. That's being led by Joan Harrison on our team. And that'll be on the 24th of June from 9 to 2 p.m. And the save the date link is out. And then we'll be following up with registration links for folks to participate. The other major event will be, that's led by Errol Taylor, is the annual golf classic, which we had to put on hold because of COVID last year. It will be in September, on September 21st. If you want to save that date on your calendar. The key to this event is, it is the best business networking and golf experience that you will ever attend. Cost you about $250 to get those links out there, but it's more than golfing. It's a business outing is what it really is. And we'd love to see you there. Okay, Kevin, back to you.
All right, Tommy, thank you again so very much for standing in today and filling in. What a wonderful job. Folks, if you have not had a chance to engage Tommy in the Federal Procurement Center, strongly urge you to get engaged with Tommy. There are a considerable amount of opportunities, particularly as we begin to wind down the federal fiscal year, of opportunities where contracting officers in these federal agencies are looking for you. So make yourself available to the Federal Procurement Director, Mr. Tommy Marks, and his amazing staff. Become, one of the members of the team so that they can assist you in doing what needs to be done to help you get access to opportunities. So once again, I'd like to just take a moment to say thank you to all of the individuals who are participating and have participated in today's program. For the team who has worked diligently to pull this program together. Just an amazing array of MBEs supported by council staff and, of course, our corporate liaisons who have worked tirelessly to help pull this event off today. So we want to take time again to thank all of our corporate judges, AARP, Capital One, Giant, Peapod, SAIC, Lockheed Martin, McCormick, DC Water, Caesars, Horseshoe Casinos, the United States Postal Service. We want to take a moment again to thank our sponsors, our title sponsor, Kimberly Marcus and AARP. We want to say thank you so very much for your time, your effort, and your resources. Capital One, Allison, your tireless work on the committee and your contributions to the council. We just want to say thank you. We appreciate you. Shakira, same for you. Shakira Garcia, Caesars International and Horseshoe Casinos. We want to say thank you to you for your hard work and working as the corporate liaison, and for all of the work that you've done to help us to get this thing going. We have, wow. Stay tuned, folks. They're working on they're working on tabulating the votes back there in the background. Are you all excited? I hope you're as excited as I am. I know you've been waiting for a long time after submitting all these pitches and videos and take one, take two, take three, and taping your pitches to the bottom of the camera and changing your clothes and putting on capes and flying through the air. All the stuff that you guys have done to make the preparation. So we just want to say thank you again so very, very much for all of the hard work that you've done and your preparation for today's event. We typically do these things in person, but COVID has forced us to take things virtually, and we can kind of appreciate the fact that we are still able to do what we were able to do in person. We're able to do those things virtually because of the advent of technology. So we again want to say thank you to all of you that have taken the time to plan and to participate. We hope that when these videos are done, all of them, from all of the folks who actually have responded, we love to be able to put these things in a format where we can actually make these videos available for everyone in the council to see. Our MBEs and our corporations. Our MBEs, we need to know who we are as MBEs, which is the impetus of this Pitchmania craze in the first place. We needed to have another program where our MBEs simply got a chance to know each other. The more we know about you, the more we know about what you do and who you are, I mean, I can tell you, I say this all the time, you know, people do business with people that they know, that they like, and that they trust. And the more we get a chance to know you, the more we get a chance to hear you, and here you are today, the more we get a chance to see you and learn more about what it is that you do. It gives us a better idea of how we can now engage with you so that you can provide us with the products and services that you provide along with the corporations. Folks, we have MBEs that are $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, $5 million, $200 million, and they buy the same products and services that corporations buy. So while we are waiting and learning and training and preparing ourselves to receive these opportunities, I got to tell you, make yourself available to these other MBEs who sit right beside you, who are on this very screen right now, who actually buy the same products and services that you have to offer. So that is the essence of this Pitchmania. It's actually gone so well for us over the last couple of years that other councils are beginning to follow suit. They are actually beginning to host Pitchmanias as well. As a matter of fact, we have folks on this call today from other councils who are learning from us, you know, as we continue to do what we're doing to increase the value of the membership that you have as corporations and you as MBEs, just to increase the overall value of your participation in CRMSDC. So again, to everyone, I want to say thank you. I think we're still waiting for the judges to tabulate. I'm waiting for the master drum roll. I see the announcement up on the screen. Are we ready for the announcement? Are we ready, folks? Are we ready? All right, it looks like we're ready. I think we're ready. So I'm going to bring back Shakira Garcia from Horseshoe Casinos and Caesars International, and Allison Cubey from Capital One for the announcement of the winners.
Back. And please make sure to add your information. Networking is also part of today's Pitchmania. So please make sure to reach out to one another, and just really great pitches today, guys. Congratulations.
Well done. Well done.
Fantastic. Are we ready to announce our winners?
I think Shakira is coming in behind you there. I think you
All
guys
right.
are ready to go.
All right. Well, this is very exciting. The judges, we took a little bit longer because there were all the pitches were fantastic. We actually have added a couple additional prizes just in our time off the screen. So we have our first winner is going to be a third place winner. We decided to add third place at $750. So drum roll. That is Deirdre Sherman with Digidot. Yay,
Outstanding,
Digidot.
outstanding,
Thank you
Deirdre.
so much.
Oh,
Great job.
Thank you. Thank you. I
Yes.
really appreciate it.
Very exciting. And then in second place, drum roll, is Khalid Malik with Green Turnkey. Congratulations,
All right.
Khalid. And that's $1,000 prize.
Awesome
So good
job.
job to both of you. And I'm going to shoot it over to Shakira for our first place announcement and maybe a couple other little things.
All right, so there was definitely a clear winner from the group, even though everything was, everybody's pitches were absolutely amazing. And so drum roll for our first place winner, which is 21st Century Expo.
All right.
And they are taking home the top prize. And we also have an additional prize that was added in addition to third place, which is our three folks that didn't unfortunately win are going to be taking home $250 Giant gift cards, courtesy of Giant. So congratulations, Iman, for your win and first place. And where are we after that? I am horrible with following directions.
That's all right. We just want to take the time to say thank you again to the committee. All of
Is that my part
hard
too?
work. That is your part, my dear.
Okay, hold on. I have to switch now. I got all excited over everything that I'm missing the thank you. So I have to say that overall, my heart is incredibly full. This was an amazing event, and it would not have been possible without the support and the hard work of the committee that put this together. More importantly, it was full of actual MBEs. So I would be remiss if we did not thank Julie from Social Lens Research, Mercedita from Montage Marketing, Mark from Share Tech Solutions, Gideon Fernandez from Velocity Sense, obviously Kevin Williams from Tech Connects, who, we all know who he is, and Renee Sanford from Zillion Technologies. These guys have put in work over the past, 6-7 months to make sure that this event went off flawlessly. And I couldn't be prouder of all the work that they've put into this. So thank you guys so very much. It was a pleasure working with you over all this time. It was great.
And we want to say thank you again to you, Shakira, for your work, and Allison for the work that you all have done to support us and
The Wonder Twins.
give us
That's right.
guidance
Fantastic.
and direction and support throughout this entire endeavor. We want to say thank you to each and every one of you for all of your participation and for the sharing. We want to thank the committee. We want to thank the judges and the CRMSD staff for all of your hard work. Folks, this thing could not have been done without the work of all these people. So, give them some high fives, give them some love when you see them. And I just wanted to say to each and every one of you for taking the time to come out and share with us on today, the culmination of this event. Just want to say thank you for your participation, and we hope that you guys are had a chance to hear some great pitches, and more importantly, give some of these folks a shot at some work. If there's something that you've got that can be done by the folks who have pitched here, we'd love very much for you to consider reaching out to them and inviting them into an opportunity. So that said, we want to remember to keep Sharon in prayer. We want to make sure that we reach out and let her know how much we care about her. It's a very tough time for her family. We want to make sure that we continue to pour some love out on her as well. So thank you to each and every one of you. Mercedita, hats off, the team, May, you guys, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful job at Montage Marketing. I can't say thank you enough for the wonderful job you've done putting the presentation together and handling all of the logistics in the background for the session today. So again, to each and every one of you, congratulations. You're all winners in my book. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Those food trucks are lined up outside your houses now, so you can go out and get yourself, a great little lunch basket. So have a wonderful, wonderful day. Blessings to everyone. Thank you again.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, guys. Thank
Thank you, everyone. Take care now.
you.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye now.
Thank you.